Hello, welcome to my channel. I am Mike Rondo, Dark Lord of the Sith, as some have called me. Actually, my friend Albert calls me that all the time. More on that later, but I figured I'd do this first video to kind of get that awkwardness out and kind of introduce who I am, what I do, and what this channel may be about. Excuse me here. But first, a little bit of whiskey here. Cheers to you. Thanks for stopping by. The whiskey, in case you're wondering what I'm having, is this. I don't know if you can see that well. There you go. So yeah, that's what I'm having. Some bourbon tonight. I'm kind of a bourbon kind of guy. But let me tell you about my background. But before I do that, this is a really awkward video, so I'm glad we're getting this out of the way. I'm going to have my cigar here, and tonight I'm having a Camacho. I don't know if you can see that. Right there. So, that's what I'm having. 5-year. Let me see. See if I can get that. There we go. There we go. So, that's what I'm doing. Using my old Zippo. This one here. It's my favorite Zippo. This is my first Zippo. I got this... I don't know, I got this a while. Of course, I got the insert. I know I had some of my cigar people all nervous. Oh no, he's going to light a cigar with a Zippo, but who really cares at the end of the day? As long as he can light the thing. But, anyway, let's fire this thing up. Hopefully I get an even foot here. Pretty good. So, in case you're wondering, I use my, I don't know if you can see this because this is really thin. Yeah, this is my, you couldn't see that, that's too thin. This is a tamper for my pipe smoking, which you'll see on this channel as well. But I use the little poking part to spare the cigar, which can be dangerous, but I find it to be the best method, to be honest, after using the cutter, the V cutter, and even, what else did I use? The punch, the hole punch I like pretty good. I guess that's what you call it, the hole punch. That's pretty good. So, about me, my name is Mike Rondo, as I said. I'm actually a podcaster. I created almost 10 years ago, well, 9.5 some odd months ago, I created the Cantina Cast, which is a podcast that covers Star Wars. And we kind of break down characters, the movies, and stuff like that. Kind of get in depth with things with that. So I did that personally for about 7.5 years, maybe 8. And then I walked away. I stepped down as the editor and kind of the producer, and I handed it over to the two new guys, which is Albert and Jonesy, and they kind of run that. In the meantime, I did start a podcast network called Airglue Media. I'm the owner of that, and we have several podcasts on there. Just to name a few, we got Film Appraisers, which is, you know, pretty self-explanatory. They kind of study films, talk about films, give them appraise films from, I guess, the classic era, if you will, or past films, I should say that. Then we got The Basement, which is Albert's podcast, which he covers all things from the Basement, which is Ready Player One, I'm sorry. It's called The Basement for the character that had the basement where they did, wow, that was horrible. But anyway, there's that. Then there's also, let's see, Many Faces, which I do, which is a He-Man podcast, but that's kind of almost defunct now. But in any case, there's many podcasts that we do. 3/4 to Play, which is kind of where I kind of talk about the 3/4 scale home arcade stuff. So, yeah, in any case. So here, you're going to find me, as you can see, I just flubbed up. That's what you get. I'm not really editing anything. And as over time goes, I will edit some stuff. Because I want to learn video editing, because I learned audio editing, obviously, from podcasting and stuff. So I will, at some point, edit some stuff. I don't know what, but you'll tell the difference between this and that, because I'm going to flub up as I do these things, and we're just going to roll with it. Good, bad, and different, and whatever, you get a good laugh, and I get the cringe when I look back at this, so. But on this channel, you're going to find a wide variety of things. Let's see, philosophy is one of them. That's probably the main thing, because I'm kind of a thinker, hence being in my shed of solitude, although other people have other names for it, but I will not divulge that, or even entertain that, and they know who they are if they're watching this. But, so you might see some kind of reviews. I'm big into electric vehicles. I like e-bikes. I have an e-bike. I have a Super 73 Z1, which I'll probably do a review on soon. I have a Boosted Board Mini X. I don't know if I'll do a review on that, but you might see me do a vlog or two, something like that. Now, this isn't really a vlogging channel, because I think vlogging is kind of, well, it's kind of dead, really. It's kind of, I don't know, just doesn't do much for me, but I don't mind getting out and about and kind of talking about things, so there's that. Yeah, so you'll see stuff like that. Me going on little adventures and stuff, but it's mostly talking head videos like this. Most of the videos will probably be right here in this shed, and I'll explain this shed in another video or whatnot. So that's basically it. I'll be also having times where I talk about behind the scenes with podcasting, because that's kind of my background the last 9 years creatively. So this is a new avenue for me creatively, is video. I've always wanted to do YouTube, and I've kind of done YouTube stuff with the Air Glue Media and the Cantina Cast. We've done some streams. We streamed the show on the Cantina Cast back in 2015, 2016 for a full year. Just doing that every Friday night, we'd stream the show live, and that was pretty fun. We stopped doing that, and we went away for a little while, but I've always wanted to jump into YouTube for a while. My friend Bob has tried to tempt me and lure me back into doing this, or doing it kind of creatively for a while, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to do it, and hopefully it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, hopefully you stick around, because I got some ideas in my head that I think will be pretty interesting. So I wouldn't say there's a definition for this channel at all. I guess you could describe it as eclectic. Hopefully it's interesting. That's the most important thing in life, is to be kind of interesting, right? You can look great, you can be this or that or whatever, but you got to be an interesting guy. That's important. I think even if you're not the best looking guy, but if you're an interesting character, I guess people notice you. So I hope to be, at least in terms of this channel, I hope to be interesting enough that you guys come and check it out occasionally. There'll be something for everybody. Some things you might not like, some things you'll like, some things you're not going to agree with me on, and so forth, which is fine. I like good discourse. I like having an open discussion of ideas and all that sort of thing, so that'll be fun. Man, this is good. Highly recommend. I should take this label off. What's your thing? Do you like taking labels off or not? I typically like to be a little label snob. I don't know why. I tend to leave the label on, but the Camacho here is kind of a big label, so you know, you kind of have to take that one off. But other cigars, I kind of leave the little band on. Also got this new camera, which I'm going to be talking about. It's interesting. I'm not going to say what it is yet, but it's very YouTube specific. That'll be a hint. And this is what kind of compelled me into doing this. So this camera kind of is a game changer for me, because it's got all the features, and I'll do a review on it. But right now, I'm just using the onboard mics on the camera itself. I'm going to be ordering the Rodecaster Go with the lavalier, so it'll be better. sounding wise, but although this seems to be okay for now, this will work. But you might hear my neighbor's pool filter. You probably won't hear my pool filter because it's brand new and it's quiet, which is pretty funny because I thought it was going to be loud when we got the pool. That finally got installed this week after months of, it was an aggravating situation. We had bought the pool just before COVID hit, like in March we bought it, and it was supposed to be installed the end of April, and that didn't work out because the weather was kind of crappy. It was wet, you know, April showers, right? So it was doing that for a while. It was raining, and then May came. Beginning of June they came. They dug a hole. But the ground was so saturated in my yard because it holds a lot of water. The way my yard is, it's hilly. It comes down this side, and then there's like, at one point long ago, this must have been a swamp or something. There was so it comes to a point, and in the middle of the yards, my neighbor's yard, which is over here and over here. I got two neighbors there, and my yard kind of meet in this middle, and it just pools there between all the houses. So that was a problem. So they dug the hole, they left, and then they forgot about us for almost a week and a half. But then they finally showed up this week. They got the pool installed. Then the electrician came yesterday. That was an all-day affair. So finally the pool's up and running. The yard is a complete disaster. So it's going to be, you know, it's going to be awful for this year. I got to get some quick seed or something like that to put down because it's like walking through a... You know, rain today was like a mud field walking through to get to the shed today. So, what are some of your favorite cigars? These Camachos have been my latest thing, actually. The stout one's probably my favorite one. This is a whiskey one. Hence I'm having a whiskey, so it pairs pretty well. So it's pretty good. My favorite is the Nub Cameroon. That's by far my favorite cigar. I love it. And then there's what is it, from Chicago. When I was at Celebration Chicago, we went to, I can't remember the place. Monte Cristo's something, I can't remember, but they have their own cigars that are rolled for them. It's called B52, and those cigars I loved. And I ordered some last summer, and matter of fact, I may order some after I get out of here because I'm low on my cigars. I may order some of those, but the problem was they shipped it U.S. mail, and that was, oh my God, that took forever to get here. Especially now with, you know, the virus and everything. I'm sure it's going to be 10 times worse, but yeah, they were really, really good. So those are kind of my cigars. Now, I'm not a big cigar, I'm not like one of those snobs or aficionados. I like a good cigar certain times of the year. Mostly in the summer, I'm a cigar guy. But I like my pipes too, so, you know, it's whatever I'm in the mood. It depends. Like tonight, it's a Saturday night. I'm not going to work on Monday, so tonight's a good night to have a cigar like this because it's kind of a smelly cigar type thing where, you know, you know you had a cigar, and then you have ashtray breath for like a day or whatever, even though you brush and do all these things and whatever. So I'm not like a big snob like that, but I do, when I do light though, I'm usually using a butane lighter, but, you know, if I had a regular Zippo, I would use that too. I'm not opposed to it. You know, I'm not a snob like that. Same thing with my pipes. I'll use a Bic lighter. I'll use whatever I can use, but I usually use my Zippo pipe lighter, which I love. I know most the purists will hate me for it, but I really don't care. However you can light the thing, light the thing. That's all that matters. But I've been smoking cigars since, I want to say 2006, I think. I was really serious back then. Like, I was really, you know, I think, oh, someone's alarm's going off. Hopefully you can't hear that. But when you first start out, you kind of get hooked. You want to know this, that, or the other. I was like that for a while, but then I did it, and then, you know, kind of moved on and just enjoyed the cigar. That's what I like to do. Just kind of, you find one, want to try one, and enjoy it, smoke it, relax. That's kind of the way I do it. And I guess we'll listen to the sweet sounds of someone's car alarm. Ah, shut off. Sorry about that. Look at that. Good ash head. I'd like to burn the ash as long as I can before it falls off, if it falls off. I think that's why I like nub cigars the most, because you can burn it right to the end, really. Now, I do have these LED lights, which I want to use, but the problem is they cause a flicker in this camera until I figure out how not to cause a flicker. But I think because they're cheap LEDs, they're going to do it anyway. So I'm working on a lighting solution right now. So right now you're getting the harsh light from the shed, which isn't improving my ugliness any better. But this is who I am, right? So this is what you get, unfiltered. So, in any case, I think I'm going to end this awkward video now. You kind of get an idea of me a little bit. My next video, you may, if I can get up early enough tomorrow morning, I may do a video in here in the morning, which would be Sunday. I might have a Sunday coffee chat or something. I don't know. We'll see. Wow, now we got police cars and everything now. So, in any case, I got to get that microphone system so you don't have to hear all that nonsense. But anyway, thank you for tuning into this goofy video. I'm going to watch, well, have my cigar, watch a few videos or something, and I will see you guys on the next one, and I appreciate you stopping by.